Shashi Tharoor ji.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the AICTE, of course, has the responsibility for standardizing and developing technical education in our country, but it has largely functioned as a regulator, telling institutions how many rooms they must have, how many square feet, how many teachers, rather than focusing on the quality of the output. The result now, for example, if we take engineering, 82% of the 500,000 engineers we graduate every year end up in jobs that don't require an engineering degree. FICCI has done a study saying that 65% of employers find that our students are not qualified when they graduate. They have to retrain them. Infosys is running an entire campus to retrain them. So the concern I had about this committee was how will it reorient AICTE's work to move from regulation to an accreditation that is based on quality of learning. Now, we see that in the answer given, Madam, there are detailed recommendations by the core committee talking about a national board of accreditation, talking about a national testing service, and so on. And then you look at answer D, which specifies what the ministry is doing, and none of these substantive outcomes have been taken into account. We see 3 points, none of which relate to this central concern, which is what AICTE should be all about. So I'd like to ask the Minister, have these other recommendations been rejected? Is there still a process in place? Can we look forward to the conversion of AICTE into a serious accreditation body which focuses on improving the quality of learning outcomes so we produce technical graduates like engineering graduates whom the country can actually use, who can actually be employed? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, I would say with a sense of modicum of respect towards the Honourable Member that I wish that the concerns that he expresses in this August House today are concerns that he had met himself when he was in charge of the office that I now hold. I would also like to hear state that while he speaks about industry engagement and talks about how industry is concerned about the employability of the graduates that come out of these institutions, the very report that I speak of today in the House has been appreciated by industry bodies like the CII, which are appreciative of the concern that has been addressed by the Cow Committee. I might here add, Madam Speaker, that in my answer to the Honourable Member Lekhi, I had spoken about learning outcomes and the fact that they are dynamic in nature. Hence, to hold science hostage in an institution does no good for our students. I also have expressed in my answer to Honourable Lekhi that we are looking into institutional engagements to enhance employability in conjunction with industry at the local level. I would also like to say that on a lighter note, Madam Speaker, that the Honourable Member has a habit of tweeting his questions and never my answer. I hope that will find a change in my response today. But I will also like to add here, Madam Speaker, that the committee speaks about rating our institutions to facilitate the choice of our students. We have done so by dedicating to the nation the national framework of ranking for Indian educational institutions. I might add here, Madam Speaker, that over 2,000 institutions across the country have come forward in a transparent fashion to share what kind of academia teaches in their institution, how they are becoming relevant to industry so that children are more employable when they come out of these institutions. And we are hoping that before the next academic year, Madam Speaker, this particular ranking is available to citizens across the country so that they can make a more informed choice about the institutions that students aspire to be a part of.